The National Highway Safety Administration says that around 10% of all traffic accidents are caused by malfunctioning tires, usually due to neglect by drivers, just not looking at your tires on a regular basis and underinflating them. So on today's topic, we're actually going to cover used tires and how to pick them out, the right ones. If you're going to buy used tires, how to buy them at a good price, and how to get the right ones for you. So let's talk about it. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Mods. Today's episode is about a buying guide on how to purchase used tires, what to look for, how to get the best deal, how to get the right tire for you so you don't get the wrong tire. Now here at Mod Bargains, we don't sell used tires. We interact with a lot of used tires on a daily basis. We sell only new tires, but we get to see this on a regular basis. The shop gets to see this. So I thought it'd be a good idea. I think some of us want to be a little bit more frugal. Prices keep on going up on tires, and sometimes there's just some great deals out there on tires that we could get. So I wanted to cover this topic for you guys so that maybe it could help you guys in finding the next used tires if you are looking for used tires for yourself. So let's jump into it, but when we do this one, let's actually walk over and go look at some tires. So, this is not planned, not staged at all. This is our used tire wall, and these are all getting recycled. The number one thing you want to look for is the tread, right? So, tread being extremely important. Now, here we have a tire that has no tread. It's completely rubbed off, completely gone. On this other one here, I mean, you not only have tread, but you actually have it into the cord, so you can actually see the metal. I'm not going to touch it because it'll probably cut me. Try not to touch it if you are looking at a used tire. So on here though, we have some tread life. So a brand new tire will be 12 and 32 tread. Now, if you have this tool, it's a tread depth gauge, right? It's less than $5. When you're buying one of your parts, feel free to ask us here at Mod Bargains. We're happy to maybe even just throw it in if we have some extras for you guys. You could use this, and so if we go and, it's real simple. You want to use the center area, and this still has good tread life, so it's still within the green. Now, if it wasn't, what you'd see is it's in the red, right? But it'll also give you a reading on it. So you can figure out how much life is left on there at a certain amount. So if the tire tread depth is at 4 and 32nds, it's probably time to throw away that tire. So if it's somewhere even close to that, right off the bat, don't recommend getting the tire. Okay, so now let's say you don't have one of these. What you can do is just grab a penny. That's all you really need. And then what you do is you take Abraham Lincoln, put it upside down, and you can measure it. Now, if you can see his whole head, it's completely worn out. If you can't see all of his entire head, you've got some life left. So the penny trick is a good trick to use in measuring. So especially if you're going to, let's say, an OfferUp, or you're walking somewhere, Craigslist, wherever you're picking up your tires, just grab your penny if you don't have the tread depth, and you can go and measure it that way. That's a good indication for you. So the second most important thing besides the tread is going to be the age of the tire. Obviously, if you're buying a used tire, they're going to have a different age on there. They're not brand new, right? So age matters. Now, manufacturers basically say they should be replaced around 6 years. The U.S. government, the National Highway Safety, says it's actually 10 years. I'm going to give you guys some information on how to look for it. So on the tire itself, there's a lot of information. You've got the size of your tire. That's just the size that you need for your tire, right? But you've got here the tread wear. More importantly is what this information here means. So DOT is the Department of Transportation. Then you're going to have the manufacturer and plant code, this being a Continental, so 6Y4T is for Continental. And WDOL is the tire size code specifically for this tire. Not really that important for you. What's more important is what's happening right here. We've got 1918. Well, the last two digits is the year, 2018. So this is a 2018 tire. And 19, it stands for the week. So this is week 19 of 2018 when this was manufactured. So now you know when its manufacturing time was. Now, all this information of the years, 6 years to 10 years and so forth, it's really based on two factors. Heat cycling. If it hasn't had its oils and so forth go into a heat cycle, It really doesn't make that much of a difference, guys. So if you can find a tire that's still brand new with a sticker on it, has never been driven on, more than likely it's going to be fine unless it was kept outside. Now the elements from outside, you'll notice on the sidewall area, if they're especially older technology, you'll start to see cracks and stuff like that. You don't want a tire that has cracks on it. So a used tire that has cracks, the old Michelin tires, for example, really had that, especially when they're out in the elements. The oils break down. You don't want those oils to get heat cycled and to be broken down. But a tire that's been kept in the warehouse, still has a sticker on there and so forth, still a very good tire. Still not an issue. Okay, so the third most important thing for you guys to check out for on a tire, if you're looking, you got to inspect this, right? So we're inspecting these tires, is check out the tire seam. Check out what's happening in here. If there is any type of defect on there, any type of warping, avoid those tires completely. Now, one thing you can definitely do is look at the tire seam on the inside. This is extremely important. Now this, if you guys saw it, you guys noticed it's a QC reject. This is a rejected tire here. The trick is grab soap and water and just spray it on there. And you can actually see it, you know, the air bubbles will basically come out. So if I was to take on some soap and water, spray it on there, these I can visually see them, but if they were really, really minor and hard to see, you'd be able to basically find out if there's been any punctures or there is any defects coming out of this tire. So very good trick to use. So the fourth one, again, I mentioned using soap and water. Now soap and water will help you see if a tire has, you know, any type of punctures and so forth. But you can check that out. See if it's been patched. If it's been patched, you might want to stay away from it. But where has it been patched? Now, if it's a nail here in the center, this is really something that's easily patchable. If it's something on the side of the sidewall, it's not repairable, guys. So you don't want something like that if it's on the side areas and so forth. So this tire is probably still a good condition, and someone just wanted to get rid of it because they had a puncture, but this could have actually been easily repaired. The other thing to look for is, this is a common thing of why we get a lot of tires being taken off from cars, is misalignments. When you are measuring the tread, you might miss this. So that's why I want to show it to you guys right here. So if you look at this tire right here, and I'll grab the tread depth. If we look at it, we're nice in the green here, right? And we got plenty of tread on this side, plenty of tread on this side, plenty of tread on this side. And it's still kind of showing it, but if you look more carefully, here was all good, but on this side right here, it's about to go into the cord. Basically this was a misalignment. He had a, you know, probably some negative camber, or he never did his alignment, and instead he had a perfectly good tire, and now he's had to get rid of it, and whoever this was, and in this condition it's not really usable. You don't want to purchase a tire like this. Even if you try to reverse it, it's too dangerous. So stay away from tires like that. So pay attention to the condition of why the tires are used and what's happening there. So we see this on a constant basis where usually it's misalignments, and there's usually some wear somewhere within the tire which has made it completely unusable, and you need to get rid of it. So when purchasing tires, what you want to do, obviously you guys can haggle. You guys can find used tires on eBay, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let It Go, whatever you guys are using at the current moment. But haggle. I mean, a lot of people don't need these tires, so they're very easy to haggle with. That's one thing that I'm going to give you a piece of advice. If you are getting used tires, if you're going to be using it for, let's say you're going to practice out for drifting, or you're going to be using it to practice on the track. Now, don't try to use track tires. Like, that's a track tire right there, but that's completely heat cycled out, and there's no way you should be putting those on your car. Even if it has any minuscule of tread left, I don't recommend it. You're gonna have it's probably gonna blow out as soon as it gets onto any type of heat cycle, because it's been sitting there and so forth. So, but again, remember the key important things. Check the tread depth. Use a penny if you don't have it. Look for uneven tread. It'll tell you some information. If you have a bottle of soap and water, you know, check it out. Look at the inside. Has it been patched? Look at the age of the tire. Look at the condition. Check the sidewalls. Make sure there's no cracking and so forth going on. And I think you could probably find yourself some pretty good, inexpensive used tires and save yourself about 50% of the original retail price. Make sure you study up on the tire that you're purchasing to make sure what tread you're supposed to be having on there and how it's supposed to look. And so guys, if you like this type of content, you know, guides on whatever guide, whatever information you guys want, put the comments below. If you have some additional information to share with others, please post it in the comments or share your own experience. It really helps everybody out, the community out. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It always helps us out. Hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next Talking Mods.